In this video, what we are going to do is create a Lambda function that will listen to anything that is published to an SNS topic. And once something is published to that particular SNS topic, the Lambda function will be triggered and we will save that topic's message ID and the message body that was published and save it to dynamodb. So let's see how that will happen. So first of all, we will create a SNS topic. So I will go to SNS. So I can look it up over here or go from the services menu. So I'll click on SNS. In topics, I will create a topic. Here it will be notify me. Let's give it as a topic name. So we have this notify me topic. So anytime something is published to this notify me topic, we will trigger the Lambda function and then write that whatever was published, we'll write it to dynamodb. So now let's create a dynamodb table first called message. So I will go to dynamodb. And if you're using it for the first time, you will get this screen. So just click on create table. Over here, we'll create a table called message, and its partition key would be message ID, and let's keep it as string, and then click on create. So our table message is getting created. So now let's go to Lambda and create our Lambda function that will read the SNS notification. So I'm going to click on create Lambda, and in the filter just type SNS and you'll get a template or a blueprint for SNS messages. So this is our trigger that's going to be created. So every time a message is published to this SNS topic, it will trigger the Lambda function. And over here you can select different SNS topics that you have. In my case, we'll select notify me we just created. Click on enable trigger and click on next. I'll give the name of the function dynamodb. Runtime would be Node.js. And over here you can see that Lambda has already provided us with a template that whatever the message that will be published to our SNS topic, it will be in events record 0 SNS message. So this is already there, but let's modify the code. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, we want to write our message to Lambda. So we will have to include AWS SDK. And then we will have to get a handler to the AWS DynamoDB. So we are going to include the AWS DynamoDB document client, and we are going to initialize the AWS DynamoDB document client in US East 1. So we have created an instance of that. And then in our handler function, first of all, what we are going to do is I'm going to replace the code with the one I have written. So over here, first of all, we are going to define our item. So we are going to use message ID and message. So for message ID, we will extract the message ID from our SNS message that was published and the actual message over here that was published. And we are going to include that in our items object. We are going to provide our table name, we created message, and then in the doc client we are going to issue a put. So this with the parameters, so it will insert an item in the message table, and in the callback we will either receive the data or the error. So if it's error, we are going to do a callback with error, else we are going to do a callback with null and data. So that's our simple code that would just insert the data in DynamoDB. And If you scroll down, we are going to change the handler to exports.handler because that's our handler function. And then we are going to create a new role, a custom role, and let's name it as Lambda dynamodb. And we are going to edit the policy and give our Lambda function access to our message table. So I'm going to replace the current policy with my policy, which is basically the same, but we're just giving an additional access to dynamodb table message. So over here, this is the policy, and on the top we have the create log group, create log stream, and put logs events for dynamodb CloudWatch logs, for Lambda CloudWatch logs. And over here we are giving allow access to the message table, and the actions would be everything in dynamodb. Our Lambda function has all the permissions to do anything on the message table. To get the ARN of the message table, you'll have to go to AWS Management Console, DynamoDB, go to tables, the message table. If you scroll down over here, you will get the ARN of our message table. You will copy that, go back here, and then paste it over here. So that's where you're going to paste your ARN of your message table, so that our Lambda function will have access to only that particular table and not other table. You can fine grain the access over here by just allowing put items, delete items, or whatever you want. But right now I'm giving all the access of DynamoDB to our Lambda function. I'll just click on allow. So we are back here on our our Lambda screen. I'll click next, click on create function after reviewing, and over here you can see that there is a trigger that's been created, which is saying that every time something is published to our notify me SNS topic, invoke this Lambda function. And we have our configuration and code ready. So in the next video we are going to see how to test our function.